Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Speaker, today I will host for the evening. My name is Bhavendra. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Speaker, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is Social and Answer for International Educational and Training Institute. In last years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge speakers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus professional and 4,500 plus organization. Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reportable. We Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reportable. Research and the research providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by offering formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate profession generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, internationally to student, job seeker, job holder, and also for learner, the respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institute from all over the world. Our vision is education. Business product is a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, our quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like your own portfolio website, resume builder, power letter, motivational letter, and voluminous platform for gathering knowledge, which can update all day. Kids learning game website, free course, convert sites, and many more. We help empower you to learn to win their expectation and dream and become high school people. We implement our training program, webinar, and offline online courses for youth learner by professional training speaker and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by global junior professionals to develop all kind of youth and promote the education of the abilities and personal speaking knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to answer needs of the generation and will serve them with research and practice method. We must have a genuine concern for the learner will present more diversity, growth, and innovation and research to lead the session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. Agile member are committed to offering effective best quality service and continual improvement so that individual who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, you already completed 2,399 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, you already completed 2,399 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participant, and well-wisher, at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We change and design our website, www.edrgp.com. On this website, there is service for everyone. Hope you will benefit. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our service. So create your account for once with profile information. Note that with profile information, you'll enjoy features. With mismatch that you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace that. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified e-certificates. Easier and time oriented. After the session, we will not provide you any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you pass, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download certificate of gratitude. If you are an online life quiz competition winner, you can download certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in any award function which organized comment support with IGP, you can download that also. You can still prepare and download 18 types of certificate from our website. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Interest in the Pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge, Certificate of Social Activity during the Pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Game in 2020, 2021, and 2022, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching Foreign Language and Assessment. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3, Digital Classroom Engagement Tools, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4, the New Trend in Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5, Artist Solution Leadership and Management Skills, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6, Trend and Innovation in Mathematics Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Research Comprehension Approach, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8, Art in Teaching Special Program in the Arts, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9, 21st Century Teaching Mathematics, Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassadors, Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1,000 plus international level quiz with verified e-certificate. Teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, health tips for teacher, education tools for teacher. You can join IGP alumni. You can check out our fitness student services website for free and many more. Dear IGP well-wisher, we promised previously, but lack of technical problem, you're late setting on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous foundation. We solve all issue from our website. Now I can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check it there for all webinar details. It's a total request to check our button and pages on our website. She'll like us will benefit. Thank you, but note that without an account logged in, you cannot enter our services. At present, we are going to start our 2399 webinar, which name is Principle of Record Keeping, and today our speaker name is Dr. Ras Narayan Avasti. He is from India. Before the hand of the stage to our speaker, sir, want to share a little bit about him. Manager, HR, Corporate Learning and Development, and Oil Corporate Learning and Development Center, Electronics Corporation of India Limited, Hyderabad. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Vadhan, and I am very thankful to IGP, and I am very grateful also sharing my experience on the principle of record keeping. Okay, so I will go ahead.
Okay, sir, you can start.
Okay, so first we have to understand about record keeping. So record keeping plays a very vital role in the administration, and whether one second. Okay, so in modern office systems, this record keeping plays a very vital role. Suppose we are a teacher or we are a professional, always we should remember that if you don't keep the record properly, nothing we can do. So because we may have we may have the online records, or we may have the any type of record, but offline record plays a very vital role. Because suppose sometimes you want to recollect your memory, or you want to see the previous structure of your organization, of your company. So for that purpose, this record keeping plays a very vital role. In modern office, which act as an information center, you see, when we are working on any modern office, what does it mean? That a modern office plays a important role. That it works like a information center, because all the information which are needed by our top offices, our branch offices, zonal offices, they will be calling you. And in modern offices, each and every information should be readily available. So we can say modern office is a place where information is collected, processed, stored, and made available for the conduct of business activities of an organization. So we should see that in modern offices plays a very vital role. Here information is collected, we collect the information, we process the information, we store the information and made available for the conduct of business activities of an organization. Suppose we want any information to make a pie chart of our business process. What we will do? We will go to our office, we will collect the information, we will process that what was the past 3 years experience, past 3 years analysis of our information which is stored and made available for the conduct of business activities of an organization. So it is very important. This our modern office, which is a information center, each and every information should be processed very, very properly. Now, record management has become highly important. Nowadays, as a time management, there is one thing that is known as record management. Record management is also very important in any organization. Suppose my top management wants anything, so we should keep the record in a very well precised manner. So, in well precised manner, what we will do, we will process and we will keep the record in a most perfect manner. And filing constitutes a core area. So their filing is very important. If we file the things properly, definitely we can have the very good record keeping. So for that purpose, this record keeping plays a very, very vital role in organization. Now, how the term record? Importance of records is very, very paramount importance. The term record refers to any written matter or document prepared for possible future uses. So, any written matter, first of all, record has to be written. It cannot be communicated by orally. It cannot be communicated by some sign language. It has to be written and documented properly. And it is not only written, there must be a file number, there must be a date, there must be a reference, there must be a subject. Means each and every record should be a well prepared document. Without a well prepared documentation, it is not possible to have a record. It may take the form of a letter. Now you can see it may be a form of letter, notice circular, invoice, voucher, picture, chart, diagram, report, return or statement, registers, books of accounts, even tapes and microfilms. Now it is not only paper. We can have a letter, we can have notice circular, we can have an invoice, even though picture also. Suppose we are having a picture, that is also a record. We can have a chart. Always we should submit our reports in a chart method. Chart method means suppose we want to submit a 3 months analysis report. So what we should do? We should analyze our report for the past 3 months. Because if we write the data openly, we cannot analyze ourselves whether we are going or coming, whether we are doing plus or minus, whether we are going towards profit or loss. So what we have to do? We have to make a chart. So by making chart, what we will do? By making chart, we can have a pie chart, we can have a bar chart. So if pie chart is there, immediately we can come to know that what is our progress. So all the teachers, suppose they want to make a report of their students on their particular subject. Suppose they want to make a chart of the mathematics. So they can come to know that my students are doing very good in arithmetic, they are doing very good in algebra, they are doing very good in trigonometry, but they are lagging behind in calculus, dynamics, or coordinates. So how they will come? They can place their numbers on Excel form, and from there they can generate the chart of pie diagram. So this is very, very important in record keeping. It will have a less place, and with the less place, it will give a very large information to understand to students, parents, as well as teaching fraternity or even management or even higher dignitaries who are coming for school inspections. So whenever it is my request to teachers also, suppose they are being assigned to inspect some other schools, they should always emphasize that we want information on chart diagram. It may be a pie diagram, it may be a bar diagram, because there we can analyze the things in a very proper way. Now the return or statement registers. Registers also very, very important. We may have the online everything, but always remember We should also have backup in registers. Now, books of accounts. Books of accounts is very important. What is our liabilities? What is our assets? So, bookkeeping is one of the very fundamental of record keeping, because until unless we are not having proper accounting of assets and liabilities of school, college, we cannot say that what is our strength, how my school is doing, even tapes and microfilms. Suppose sometimes it is not possible to write everything. Suppose we are having our management top positions, our chairman address, so we can have digital tape, and even we can have microfilms also. So, record constitutes some type of tangible evidence of the operations or transactions of an enterprise. So, you see, for the tangible evidence also, we want a record. Without a record, we cannot have a very good office structure. So, for the planning, policy making, coordination, and control functions, management can be provided necessary information only if past and present records are available. So, this is very important that for planning, policy making, coordination, and control functions. These are the four things are there where this information is required. So we should keep in mind that whether we are in college, whether we are in an industry, record must be there and it must be handed over properly to the next generation. So for that, there must be a very good succession plan. Sometimes, many times, what happen? Some of the offices are running very smoothly with some individual, but when that individual goes transfers, he or she being transferred, or he or she choose another industry or another college. So what happen if records are maintained? Records are well documented with her or his custody. But when he or she leaves the office, everything becomes in a very haphazard way. So for that purpose, what it should be there, each and every file, whatever records are being maintained, there must be a record of records. It is not only record. We may have 100 records. What is the students, how many female students are there, how many male students are there, what is assets of the our college, what are the electrical equipments we are having, everything is there. So we may have a different type of records, and there must be a consolidated record of all records. And it is very important for policy making, because without proper record we cannot we cannot have a policy making. To make a policy, what we require a very long understanding. So long understanding, for long understanding, we require a very genuine policy decision, and all the policy decisions can be taken only by very good management. So now, importance of records. So arising out of the usefulness information in management, the importance of office records are follow. Taken together, records serve as a memory unit of the office. Nowadays, earlier, whatever office is having most of the records, they were only treated as a best office. But now it has been changed. Who can retrieve their records in the possible time? These offices are the very best offices. So always we should remember that whatever records we are making, it should be retrieved in a very perfect manner. Suppose we want records of before 5 years. Suppose our management want to have a one study that before 5 years, what was our record? What was our record? How we are doing well? And records provides necessary data for managerial planning and decision making. Without records, we cannot plan in a very managerial way. One planning is just like planning. We don't know whether we will success or not. But when we do the managerial planning, we know if my option A fails, we'll go to option B. If option B fails, we'll to go to option C. In case option C fails, we will analyze whether again we can come back to option A or not. What are the SWOT analysis? What are our strength? What are our weakness? What are our threats? What are our challenges? And policy making of the business. So this policy making of the business should be in a very, very good way. So the objective evidence of the business transactions preserved in the records and can be used for legal purposes if needed. So business transactions are preserved records because suppose we want to have a one curriculum, whether that lesson, suppose we are having a lesson of language, so now in language curriculum, whether we should put this thing or not, what are the things should be removed from previous curriculum, what are the things should be added new one, okay, and what are the we should be the neutral the gender, or we should not have any things which hurt to any community. For that purpose, we should have a committee of on our curriculum. They will analyze everything. They will see that students going from my college, from our institutes, should be not a national. They should be having the international stature of their personality. So for that purpose, suppose any legal formalities come, so we are ready to show the record to committee, so we can have no problem, and we can say these are our records, and we can combine together. So for this purpose, it is very, very important. Many times I have seen only some of the colleges or schools, we suppose some legal obligations are there. We are right. Our judiciary also knows that we are right, but we do not have any record keeping. So only because of not having the proper record, we could not do anything in a most proficient manner. So that is always important, that record keeping is very, very important aspect of our things. Now, when we are complying legal, so for that purpose, what we have to do is record keeping. Two things are very important. Suppose two letters are there. Now, one letter has come. First of all the letters should be serially numbered. Always. This is one of the most important things of the record keeping, that all the letters which we receive, it should be serially numbered. So, whenever any letter comes, suppose it letters comes to principal. So it will go through the vice principal. There it should be written. It will be filed in which file. And when a record keeper keeps this letter, he or she should always mark the serial number of the letter. Now, suppose letter number is 51 is the letter has come. And after 3 days, we have given reply of that letter, and that letter goes to 54. So now, if there is no linking, and after 4 years we cannot come to know that when the reply of letter number 50 was given. Same way, we cannot come to know that in letter number 54, whatever reply we have given, it belongs to which number of letter. So what we will do, in letter number 50, we will have a T-linking. One side we will have a previous reference PR, one side we will have a further reference FR. So in letter number 50, now letter number 50 is the original letter, and its a further reference is 54. In FR we will have a 54. Same way, in where the letter number 54 is there, what we will do, there also we will have a T-linking. We will write PR, FR, and there FR may be further, but in PR we will write 50. So here from the 50 we can come to know this reply is in 54. From 54 we can come to know that reply is in 50. So this is very, very important aspect of the record keeping. Now, the objective of record keeping, first you should think. The main objective of record management is following: to keep an orderly account to progress. So, first of all, we should have the account in a most orderly manner. Orderly manner means it should be in a smooth way, and if somebody asks, we should able to generate and we should able to put forward our record to facilitate preparation of a statement regarding the current business position. Suppose we want to make a business position, so what we should do? We should prepare the record in such a way that it should give the current business position. So current business position is very important aspect, very important aspect. And to facilitate comparison. So what we'll do, sometimes what happens that we have to compare, and there we have to see that whether we are whatever we are doing, it is comparison whether we are going plus side or we are going minus sides. So these are the two important aspects of the record keeping. Now, when record keeping is there, so principle of record keepings, nearly more than 10 are there, but the record keeping as an important aspect of record management. So here record keeping, when it becomes a record management, in record management point of view, record keeping is very important. It has been found useful in making preservation of records. So first, safety, period, economy, flexibility, classification, justification, verification, accessibility. Now we'll go one by one. So safety. So when we are having proper records, so what we'll do? We can have a very good safety of our record keeping. Period. We can analyze, okay, from this period to this period, from 2021 to 22, 22 to 23. So this is very important aspect, period. So suppose we want any letter of 1st March 2020. We need not to go to 2030. We should have the record keeping up. We should see the record of 2021-22. Same economy will be there, flexibility will be there, classification. Classification records must be classified properly. Means whenever we are making records, it must be classified in a very proper way. Means we should see what are our assets are there, what our liabilities are there, what is justification, what is verification, what is accessibility, all things we should see. So here one of the most important thing is justification and verification. If suppose somebody comes to verify the letter, we can come to know and we can tell them that these are my records. Always I have seen with my experience in my professional field that if you are having the proper records, you will be less tired, because most of the time we spend only on searching. Where is my letter? So if it's a filing system, we should file, we should have the indexing of letters, we should not see the whole file. So there must be a proper indexing of letters, because if it is a computer, there must be a file path. Always make a habit, you should make a checkpoint that without letter path, without file path, no letter should be signed by individual, because you are doing a very good job. But when you leave the job, when you transfer from here for another man, it's very difficult to understand what is where. So for that purpose, we should always see that record keeping is very important aspect, and always we should see that our records are in a well classified manner. So here when the records are there, now we'll go how many types of office records are there? So one is correspondence records, accounting records, purchase and sale records, legal records, personal records, administrative records, and miscellaneous records. So there are following types of records, means some one of the correspondence records, accounting records. So correspondence records should be differently, it should be classified in a different way. Then accounting records, they should be classified in a different way. Purchase and sales record, legal records, personal records means whatever people are working in your organization, for that purpose they will have the personal records. And administrative records, administrative records means administration side there should be there. So these all things play a very vital role in organization. So now we'll have the correspondence records. So there are two types of correspondence will be there. One correspondence will be in and out. So for that purpose, there must be a in and out registers. So whatever letters is out, there must be a connecting in. How this letter is going from here. So that should be well connected. Then accounting records, there must be accounting records, purchase and sale records, legal records, personal records. In personal records, we will keep the record of all employees who are working in our section, in our division. So they play a very important role. What is their qualification? What is their expertization? Suppose, and in personal records also, we should have a very micro level. Suppose mechanical engineering people are working, faculties are working. So we should know how many types of, how many engineers faculties are working, whether how many faculties are trained in material science, how many faculties can be utilized for workshop, how many faculties can be utilized for machine shop. In machine shop also, how many faculties can be used for turning shop, how many faculties used for milling or grinding, because these are the very important aspects of the engineering. Now, it is the duty of the faculty, duty of the administration, they should have the personal records very up to date. So suppose whenever any teachers goes for training, so one thing always remember, all the faculties, all my esteemed viewers, those are listening. Suppose from somebody is going, he or she is going for one training to any higher institute. Immediately after coming, they should submit a record or one feedback that what they have learned, what are the best takeaways from there, and how it is useful to the organization for which they have come. So these are the very important aspects. Now the administrative records. Administrative records means administrative record means any records which is being used for administration. Now miscellaneous records. So sometimes what happens when these records are being used, it should be recorded in a well-defined manner. Now, further, for example, personal records section is maintaining several important sub-records. As I told you, each and every major records is having many sub-records. Like we can say for office records, personal records. It may have applications, it may have biodata, it may have reports, it may have complaints, memos, replies, attendance, leave records. All things can be used for important purpose. So without these, we cannot do anything. So always we should remember that these applications, biodata, reports, complaints, memos, replies, attendance, leave record. Now, how many types of reports are there? These are monthly reports, or quarterly reports, our half yearly reports, our yearly reports. These all reports should be clearly it should be mentioned in our records. So for that purpose, we should maintain a very high degree of accuracy in record keeping. Because if we have the very good record keeping, we need not to worry about anything. Automatically, many things can come and it can be uh, revised in a very perfect manner. Now, the function of record management is there, it's the creation of records. So there are five things are very important. One is creation of records, storage of records, retrieval of records, utilization of records, disposition stage. So records can be created, it can be stored, it can be retrieval on records, utilization, it can be utilized, okay, it can be disposition stage. So for that purpose, this is one of the best thing which can be seen in a very, very proper way. So for that purpose, this record keeping plays a very, very vital role in this organization. Now, the records manual. What records manual means, for the effective implementation of a program of record keeping, it is available to separate records of manual, which should be approved and updated periodically. So there must be a record manual. Record manual means, suppose we are having one recruitment policy. So, what is recruitment? How many types of recruitments are there? What are the essential qualifications? What are the required qualification? What is age criteria? What is educational background? Each and everything should be kept in a record manual. What should be the passing percentage? What should be the cutoff? Each and everything, what will be the time, even the sample questions, their level of knowledge should be clearly mentioned in a record keeping register. Always it should be there. Now, the context of record keeping manual generally are follows. Now, it is objective of record keeping. These are the very important context of record keeping. Statement of record policy. So whatever record policy we are having, for that we should have a very, very proper statement. Because if we don't have a statement, we cannot have a very proper record policy. Now the organizational structure of the record department, there must be an organizational structure, filing system issue, records retention schedule. That is also very important. Whatever records we are sending, what should be the retention of records? This record should be retention time up to what? It should be clearly mentioned in the record manual. So there must be a retention schedule. Retention schedule means there must be a, in retention schedule, what will be there, whether it is for, it should be retained for 1 year, it may be retained for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It should be clearly mentioned in that register. So this is very, very important aspect in the record keeping. In the record keeping, one more thing is very important, that whenever we are having record keeping, in that retention time, suppose any document is retained for 3 years. Now, when 3 years there, the document is to be either totally burnt, or it should be sent to the storage. So it should be sealed properly, and if it is an unclassified document and we don't require after a certain time, so what we should do, we should take out the documents and we should form a committee, and that committee will see that my document is totally destroyed up to the last, and it should be changed into SS. Means whatever record we are burning is destroying of record is a very important exercise. It should not be taken casually. So for that purpose, whole committee will be available there, and some of the organizations are having a different type of well-structured civil engineered the burning platforms, and there these records should be burnt because we should not keep the record which are not of use of certain time. And what will be the certain time? It will be decided by a well experienced committee. That committee will decide that whether we require this record or not. So for that purpose, we should see now filing system issue, records retention schedule. These are very, very important aspects of the record system. Now, what are my record keeping responsibilities? We may have that who is responsible for record keeping. So one should always remember that without the records, without the authority, you are not supposed to destroy, delete, or alter records. Means without any authority, we are not supposed to destroy any record. We are not supposed to delete any record. We are not supposed to alter any record. So without authority, always you should see that authority is very, very important aspect in this. Now remove records without permission. No record should be removed without permission. Suppose one file is there and we require the Xerox copy of one letter. So without permission, we should not take out paper. If we want to take out paper, there we must insert one paper with notice that this paper has been taken by so and so official with signature and will be returned by so and so date. First of all, as far as possible, as far as policy, no record should be taken out from the file because this file, once it becomes records, it is a policy file, it is not any individual file. So file is very, very important. One file may create anything in your organization, in your college. So for that purpose, we should always see. Now, loose records that are in your care provide inappropriate access to restricted records. So we should see that there should not be any loose records. That if records are in loose, they will provide an inappropriate access to restricted records. Anybody can read, anybody can do, and we may land in a problem. So for that purpose, we should always see that our record should be totally filed, not even a single letter. Suppose a letter comes in your organization, immediately you read that letter and you file it in a proper file. You may say that I have to do some work. So what is the best practice you should do? A original letter should never be taken for any work practices or any workbook or any making any draft. What we should do is a very easy access and it's a very easy system. What we should do, we should keep that original letter in a particular file and we should take one Xerox letter of that letter. So whatever we are doing rough work, whatever we are pursuing, we are going to other organization, taking records, taking some information, always it should be taken from the duplicate copy of that letter. Original letter should never be disturbed from file because if original letter is being disturbed from file, we may have a great problem. So for that purpose, always we should see that original letter should never be taken from the file. And one more thing is there that if we take the original letter from the file, after suppose one letter has come on the today on 18th September. Now that letter is with me. That letter I am keeping for 15 days. Now it has come 4th October. In between, many letters have come and they are being filed, and they have been equally numbered. What will happen? How will should insert this letter of 18th September? Because all the letters are serially numbered. So when we are going to number, everything will go in a very inappropriate manner. So what we should do, 18th September letter we should file on 18th September. Suppose 18th September letter number is 89. 19th September letter will be 90. So there is no problem. If all the letters should be in equally. So as far as possible, it is my advice and it's my experience on working on so many years on the industry or in educational institutes, on the regimental sectors, we should have the very good filing system. Now create records that are accurate so as to reflect what was communicated, decided, or done. So whatever records we are making, it should be very accurate. It should reflect what was communicated, decided, or done. So in whatever this decision we are making, whatever things we are making in the records, it should be very accurate. Suppose X has given any instruction to Y that Z should not be included in this committee. So it must be same way that in committee there should not be Z. So because this records, if it is not accurate, so after so many years, people will not able to understand that what is their reflection. So these are the very important aspects of the accuracy and their reflection. So it should be decided or done in the most professional manner. Always we should see that whatever is being communicated or decided or done, it should be in the most communicated way. Nothing should be there which is not decided in the meeting. It should not be kept on record. Which is not done in the meeting, same way it should not be also done on the record. So that always we should remember. And if we keep our record in such a way, definitely the generations coming in further, they will appreciate us. Many times I have seen many my seniors, they maintain the record in a very proper way. Still we remember them. So record keeping is very important aspect in anything, whether it's the college, industry, not only in college and industry, in our personal atmosphere also. Personally, if we keep the record in a very proper way, we will have very less time to see that what is being happening. So this is very important aspect of the record keeping. Same way, records should not be removed, because once you remove something, what will happen? We will lose the identity of records. So here we can see now how does good record keeping helps me. We can say that what is the use of good record keeping? A question may arise in your mind. So good record keeping provides evidence to your business activity. It helps you to do your job in most efficiently. You see, there are two things. One is effectively and one is efficiently. You can do work in a most effective way, but in a work should be done in the most efficient way. Efficient way means your effectiveness may restricted to you. When you go, that your office, your section may not be so effective. But what we should do, when you go from here, you should make your record in such a way it should be more efficient. You should not lose anything, and helps you to make more informed business decisions, enables you to meet legislative obligations. So suppose any legislative obligations are there, our sections should be well-informed business decision. And by this, we need not to worry anything, and we can have a very good decision making. So this record keeping plays a very, very vital role in our organization, and always we should feel that whatever we are doing, it should be in a very, very direct way. Even your single commitment, your single movement in and out, if it is diarized, if it is a record keeping in your organization, in your personal diary, it will help you a lot. Many times we go somewhere. What happened? Suppose we are having out time in our office at 2 p.m. We came back at 3 p.m. But we have no record keeping. So what will happen? From 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. you don't know where we have gone. But if we are having the proper record on that day, that diary, we can say we went to our laboratory, physics laboratory. So many times it happened that after 2 months, not in the years, after 2 months, sometimes even after 5 days, we are not able to know that from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. where we have gone. But we have gone because it's a electronic in and out system. They will tell that you have gone somewhere. So these things play a very, very vital role, and it helps you to make more informed business decisions, enable you to make more legislatively perfect way. So by this way, I'm very thankful to IGP for giving me this opportunity, and I am also very thankful to our esteemed audience for their patience, and I'll be very happy to any question if they ask. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any question is there? Please ask. I'll be very happy to answer your question.
Thank you so much, sir, for rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seeker skill. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was only on intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a web certification and online quiz competition. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back to our participant. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification. Sir, I think after a wonderful presentation, our participant can understand the topic very clearly. There's no questions from our participants. So once again, thank you so much, sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topic. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new day. Thank you, sir. Take care.
So I'm very, Vadhan, I'm very thankful to IGP and I'm very thankful to you for your wonderful coordination. And I feel that we all are with the IGP and keep going ahead. IGP has always sent a benchmark in global professional community. Keep going ahead. All the best. And we will meet again with a new topic with the same audience. And we want that our audience distance should be increased, and again we will go together with the same bonding of educationally structured way. All the best. Keep going ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Honorable sir, before I move to the next, if you want to leave this studio, you can.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. For a short video, we will start our webinar certification. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. Certification process. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find the running session and get enrolled. After watching completing part 1, move to the next line test passing mark 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download the certificate. If you take the quiz. Download the certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I am going to share the procedure again. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching completing part 1, move to the next line test passing mark 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download the certificate. If failed, retake the quiz. Download the certificate in PDF or JPG. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, at the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill. Never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy to save. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you live a happy life, try to go on people of things, Albert and before I start, hit the unlike button. I want to thank all IGP Knowledge Seeker for active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.